Hello. So we're live again on Wednesday. And this week we are vertical rather than horizontal for a change. In a new experimental format, and it seems to be much better. I think it will be much better. So, what are we going to talk about this week? Well, usually I reply to comments, but there's not that many comments, so I wanted to talk mainly about what's happening with the channel and whatever. And we will go into watching my. I'd actually forgotten I was doing this live today, and I'm a bit unprepared. So you just bear with me for a second till I am back on the case. I was looking at my post. Here we are. So where are we? So making sure we're on the right thing here. Yeah. So here we go. So I wrote on there a quick update from Aurora Russia about what's going on with the channel this winter, the short version. The main house build is paused for winter. Yeah, it is paused for winter. If you haven't noticed, I hadn't been doing any building. It is basically material I've been rerunning from past material basically, and it's kind of lower quality than what I wanted, and that's just a case of it's winter and I can't do any building. It's just one of those things. But I am working on a longer set of videos. If you're watching the channel, hello Aussie Spy, good day to you. If you're watching the channel, working on a origin story, and then we're following by some other videos as well. There's some off-grid stuff coming. When I get into it, it's quite a lot of story. There's some sort of, I've actually got a list on here. So we've got the off-grid water system, which means stuff that's coming from a water well into the house via a pump and a filter, and also a rain collection system. Well, a very basic rain collection system. So basically off the roof into a big container that's fed into the well when it's empty. So we'll go through all that. There's the off-grid electric as well. I'm not on off-grid electric anymore. We were on generator, wind and solar. So I may get the wind generator out. It's actually down, it's in the shed. I may get it out and make some kind of video about that, about what it means, about the practical applications of such a system, cost versus the reality. In my opinion, wind generators do not hold they're not worth the investment. You're better off going, and noisy as well, and you've got mechanics that fail, so you've got bearings that fail and stuff. They don't last in the cold air. Far better off sticking with completely solar, passive solar. Don't have to do anything other than cleaning snow. So that's something else we'll talk about. And then we have off-grid septic. It's the only system I'll be taking into the new build is the off-grid septic. And the reason that's because in rural Russia, very, 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 very few homes have main sewage. So nearly everybody in rural Russia is working on septic tanks. And so the one I've got here is basically unbreakable. There's no pumps involved. There is no electric involved. There's no aerating system. It's a very, very basic system that works perfectly. All you do is add bacteria in, and that's it. With it's what they call an overflow system. One goes into the other, and it gradually gets diluted. So I'll be doing a video on that. My dogs are barking outside with my missus going for a walk. And then the other one is, last one is off-grid heating, which is the wood burner thing. Wood burner with full central heating and water boiler off of that, for interest for people who are interested into off-grid. If you're not into that kind of stuff, it'd probably still be interesting anyway. So we'll go on for that. And then we've got tool prep mini series. So the tool prep will be the compressor that I keep meaning to alter because it's a little bit low. It doesn't kick in quick enough on the nail gun. The nail gun needs about minimum of about 6 bar of pressure to run it, and when it drops to 4, the last nail won't go in, so you end up hammering it in. So probably do a little bit of work on that. We've got the miter saw as well, which has to have the cable replaced. I will go through all that. And then there's a backup. If the snow hasn't melted, then there's a backup of batteries. But if, like I say, the snow's gone and it's too late, then we won't be doing that one. That's a backup. Then when all that's finished, snow should have finished, and we should be really back into getting the prep to go back up to Novgorod. So there'll be the van prep. May do a live on the fixing of that. I don't know. Live or video. So there'll be the prep for that and the drive up there. So we'll probably live stream the whole drive up there. Some of it is, there are places where there is no signal coming, especially from the main road, what is the M11 or the M10 or M11, I forget now, that goes from the main road by Velika Novgorod, which is the big town Novgorod, and down to Staraya Russa. The road there is pretty abysmal for signal, so we'll see what happens. Maybe live stream it, maybe video it, we'll see. But that'll be the prep and the move to there, and then we'll have a first look in. You'll be with me when I do the live stream of opening the hut after all these months, the hut that we'll be living in, and see what damage the mice have done, if any. Ooh, I've gone all dark. Why's that happened, I wonder? Oh, because the power's dropped out in the thing. Hold on a minute. My power has dropped out of the blooming telephone. That's it. It went off for some reason. So there'll be the opening up of that hut. Look for mouse damage, and see what's happening there. If anything's leaked, if there's a roof leaked or anything. So that'll be live. The door will be opened on live stream. It's gone dark again. I don't know what's going on here with this bloody phone. What is going on here? It doesn't like something, does it? Let me just twist this a little bit. It doesn't like something. Something doesn't like. How's that? That's a bit brighter. Must have been catching the light and darkening itself for some reason. So looks good. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a bit brighter now. Catching the light and switching itself down. But it's back on now. So we'll be going anyway. Where I get to, we'll be going live. We'll be going the move up there and the first look at the land as we arrive live. If I can't do the live last 100 kilometers in the van from Velika Novgorod to Staraya Russa, then it will certainly switch on once we get into Staraya Russa, because there's full signal there, and we will do a live opening of the door on site and have a look around and see what's gone on, see what animals have done, and we'll go to that. And then from there, the following video after that will be the cabin and on-site living video. So how we live while we're there, what is going on there, how we live, the systems that we use, and all that stuff. And then after that, then we're going to season 3. The build begins, and obviously that'll be the full build as we go in a different format this year. I already talked about this on live stream probably already, and that is very much a made for YouTube series rather than a made for Telegram that I did before. So it'll be much more scenic, with clear start, content and finish. So very different format this year, for this season anyway. What else? else we were going to talk about? I lost my train of thought there for a second. Yeah, that's the way the videos will be run, with all the shorts and stuff. And also I'll be doing lots of live streams. There'll be a live stream daily on the build. So I have to build every day. There'll be a live stream when I'm building on build days, because I'm going to control what I'm doing this year, as opposed to last year where I went mad and ended up having a mini stroke. So that's no good. So we'll be doing. It's gone dark again. What is going on here? Bloody phone. So I need to switch off the automatic light thing, don't I? Let's throw my train of thought out there. So yeah, the live streams will be coming every day on build days. So it'll be a build diary where I can talk in depth rather than a stylized YouTube video where I can show you anything that you want to see. You can ask questions on that and what have you. That'll be a good thing to do for the live things. And also there will be live streams straight from Stary Russia itself, from the town, showing you the town and all the rest of it. That could be a good bit of fun. And showing you what real rural Russia is. There's people who've done rural Russia from a Westerners point of view, but generally they're not so rural. They're kind of bigger towns. This really is a very, very small town, so population 30,000, very, very rural, so it'll be something different. We've also got Lake Ilmen, which is a huge lake, which we'll be live streaming from there at some point during the week. So lots of things to think about, lots of things to do in the channel, lots of things to do for the build. And I'm actually going to be starting to buy in now from this month on some of the things that we'll be doing. So some of the materials that I'll be doing, they're coming short now, from things like nails to, which is the main one, because there's billions of nails used on a wood build. And we're also looking at, what is going on here? It's going dark again. So all of the nails, we've got to get some more Utepletal, which is the insulation. Again, going dark. And what is going on here? Let me have a quick look, see if I can get this to stop flickering. It's having a moment in it. What's going on here? Where? It's got the automatic lights dimming. I don't know where that hell that is. Should be automatic light dimming. Adaptive brightness. Shut up. Adaptive brightness. There we go. Yeah. Okay, that should stop it from flickering now. So, my other phones. We're getting things beeping at me all over the place here. So, the lives will be coming up every day. Live stream diary on build days. That is every day on build days. How's that? So there'll be lots of those coming up. The technical details I'll be able to talk about and chat about, and anything else you want to chat about. The rural Russia, the real. I'll be doing live streams from the town, so you can see the real rural town, a real tiny town, something that's different to what some people are claiming to be rural, and it's not really rural in a big town. This really is a dot of a town. 30,000 population. It's about 3 kilometres across the whole town. So they'll be doing that. Lake Ilmen will be going to there. There's also some not crystal, what do you call it? Not called crystal water, but mineral water. So there's a mineral water point. We're going up there visiting that. Where else? There's a whole bunch of stuff up there. There's also the museum, which is actually not a working museum, but a museum made in the style of the very olden times, made out of wood. It's just a wooden kind of village, and where they make salt up there, and that'll be something interesting. Probably go into the Kurort as well on another live stream, which is an interesting place with mineral springs and mineral fountains and whatever. And we will go up there and have a look around there and show you what's going dark again for some reason. What is going on? Thought I'd fix that. So there's all kinds of stuff to be live streamed from up there. What else? Oh, of course, we'll visit the T-34 tank, which is sitting on the outside of the town. It's a memorial. so we'll go and visit that. And then there is there's also a war memorial with a eternal flame right in the centre of town, and like a lot of tanks and stuff there. It's a very if you don't know about Stary Russa, it was actually, I thought it was surrounded during the war. It wasn't at all. It was actually occupied for 3 years, and it was the Soviet forces who came and pushed out the Germans, and in the process destroyed most of the town through shelling. So unfortunately that happened. So there's a whole series of information there. I've got some, if you've watched my channel, there is some information, some I was on, or will building on where the front line exactly was. So I've got 3 bunkers beside me, another 4 in the field opposite, and then my house is built on one of the old anti-tank ditches, and there's another one directly behind me. The bunkers are a very touchy subject. They're a touchy subject all over Russia, and it's quite a typical thing where you see bunkers, German bunkers, that have been left to rot and ruin. They're not maintained in any way at all. They're left to rot. And the reason is there's actually a law, on a Russian law about this, about the glorification of fascists and Nazis during the Second World War, and that's the reason they're untouched. It's a memorial to what happens to people who try and invade Russia. So it's a very touchy subject, and they really, although it's only a few meters from my house, I can't really touch it. Filming it from a distance is okay, I suppose, but it's a touchy subject, but we'll do something there over the summertime, if not just showing you from a distance. And also the anti-tank ditches behind me, the house. Obviously my house was built on one that's been filled in, I can't show you that. But the one behind the house, I can, that's still there very much so. It's a very big anti-tank ditch. There's going to be some clearing of the foliage around there, probably on live stream. We'll probably do a live clearing of that ditch. Actually makes a nice fire break in the forest, which is ideal for me. So that'll probably come in as well. So lots of things happening on the channel, lots of things. If you look at my posts, I have posted about the snow on the what do you call it? On the build there it's absolutely snowed in. It's the snow from this hurricane or whatever it was that hit Moscow has hit here as well, and in Novgorod as well. It's very snowy, more than usual. So unfortunately that's one of them things. So quick look through some of these comments about so Minecraft by Boppa Smirk commented. We were talking about, it was the live stream where me and Aussie Spy were talking about coffee, and he's giving me a nice answer that coffee binds to the fat molecules in the milk and milk digests slow, which means the effect is longer. Thank you very much for that technical explanation. I had no idea, but I knew I was right about milk being making me keep me awake. Milk with coffee keep me awake, but ordinary straight coffee doesn't. One of those things. Then we've got Eric Vorgic commented, typical communist housing project looks like just like China. Well, it's because I've got to answer this, haven't I? In that, is there any country in the world that doesn't have blocks of flats, apartment buildings? Nope. If you look at New York, it is absolutely full of them. America, most towns have them as well. So that's a bit of nonsense, and about 35 years out of date for the communist bit. Sorry, it's not been communist for a long time, so sorry for that. You're wrong. What else have we got? Oh, Terry Seep. He said that, hey, well, it sounds like your boss is a good man, make sure you're taking care of yourself. What a time to heal. Thank you, Terry. He's a very active commenter on the channel. I always enjoy his comments. He's a very positive guy, and he makes me happy every time I see his comments. Thank you for your comments. Yeah, my boss is an absolute gem, and really give me a chance to come here earlier than what I was planning, because finance is difficult when you're living between two countries, between the UK and Russia, when I was doing it at the time. And coming here permanently, I cut off my finances basically from England, from my work. I was living on my pension, and it's very difficult thing to do on a small, it was only a tiny pension at the time, so him giving me that work was an absolute lifeline. I can never thank him enough. I really can't. An absolute brilliant bloke. Really. I wrote it actually. He's one of the people you meet and you like instantly. It doesn't happen very often where you meet somebody and you think, oh, you're a great guy, you know, and you meet him, but that was my boss. Consequently, moving on from that, tomorrow I am going to fix one of these machines again. As in, I'm not working, doing piles anymore, because obviously the microstroke and I can't. Vibrations may set off a full stroke, I've been told, and it's not allowed, so I can't work. But I can go and fix the electrics on the machine because I'm not beating piles. So I'm going tomorrow. There's a machine that won't start, so starter problem. I don't think that's just they've replaced the starters and it still won't fire over, so we'll see if we can get that going for them. Another one is something to do with the hammers, not the wheels are turning when the hammer's going or something. It sounds like a cross connection there somewhere. Some wire's been nipped between something and caused a short. So that's tomorrow's live stream. I will be live streaming probably a good part there. Depends how cold it is, depending how long it takes. It might be a 5-minute fix, it might be a 5-hour fix. It might not be a fix at all, it might be a complete mystery to me. I'm not a mechanic and I'm not an electrician, but I've got an interest in hobby electrics. So yeah, I've got some, and I know these machines very well as it happens. Obviously worked on them a long time, so so the live stream will be tomorrow all day. Keep an eye out for that. It should be interesting. What else can I tell you? In the news, some quick political news which I find hilarious. There's a guy out there called, he has a YouTube channel called Tab 57, is it? Is it Tab 57? And basically the UK wants to get old soldiers who are like my age. We've done our reserve commitment, you know. I don't have any reserve commitment, but now they want to change it to 65 years old to be a reserve in the reserve British Army. Can you imagine that? And he joked that you can imagine the admin stitches. Imagine the sick parade every morning around the block, coming with their arthritis. I got arthritis today. What are they thinking? It's a political nonsense. If you ever have seen it, so if you're watching, if you look at him, I think it's tab 57, is it, or something like that? I've forgotten. But if you have a look at his channel, it's funny. He's a funny guy, you know, and I enjoyed it. It's one of those fun things. But anyway, I've chatted enough. Nobody online, probably somebody will watch this on replay tomorrow or something. So if you watch on replay and you skip to this end bit to see what happens, I've talked about what we're doing with the channel, how it's going to be filmed and what have you. And so keep an eye on what's going on. Channel isn't dead. It is winter and it's difficult to live stream in winter outside anyway. Inside's alright. I mean, I'm comfy. I've got my tea, look, and you know, wood burner and all that, and warm. But outside it certainly is cold. And when you get into the negative temperatures, it's difficult to live stream because your batteries die. Fiddling with cameras when you've got gloves on is just the whole thing's horrible. So it's very difficult for me to live stream outside. Even like walk to the shops with the dog, difficult to do because I've got gloves on. And so I can't even switching the camera around from the front to the back. I have to take the gloves off, hit the button, put the gloves back on. Pain in the ass. So that's why I haven't been live streaming so much. Tomorrow's different because obviously I put the thing on a tripod and forget about it. You can watch from a distance, see if we can get it to go. Hopefully tomorrow. If it goes ahead, you might ring me up tomorrow. I mean, like, oftentimes, can you come and help me do this? And then by the time I've got there the next day, they've already fixed it and it's, oh, we don't need you now, so you never know. Hello, good sir. Hello, Taizan4788. How are you doing today? I'm sorry there's not many people online. I'm sorry you missed most of me chatter, but it was kind of unannounced, wasn't it? I didn't put a thing on the channel about Wednesday lives I normally do, but this is going to be a regular Wednesday live. It has been, is going to be. It's going to continue on to be this Wednesday live. To give an update on what's happening not only with the build, with life in Russia, but also with what's happening with the channel. I've explained that already. Obviously difficult for me to put building content out in the winter time. I'm not doing anything. I'm relying on shorts cut from old material. I come around once a bloom on the live and watching for a long time. Yeah, I do recognise the name. I do recognise the name. It's familiar. I do know most of the names will come on the lives. It's always good to have people in. And where are you actually from, Taizan4788? Where are you coming from? I can't remember. Are you from America? Maybe. I think maybe America. Holland. Oh wow, Holland. That's Rotterdam. You're right. Yeah. What's that song about Rotterdam? Was it by something Rotterdam, France? Oh, it's by, I've forgotten now. There was a song about Rotterdam, wasn't there? I don't think I've ever been to Rotterdam. I've been through Netherlands a lot, but I was never in Rotterdam as far as I can remember. I used to go through what do you call the place? I forgot. I used to drive from UK to Russia, in fact, and I used to pass through Netherlands and France and Belgium, and I've forgotten the name of the place where I used to pass through a lot, and it used to be awful with traffic. What was it called? I've forgotten. My just brain freeze. Can't remember. But yeah, that was. I used to enjoy driving through Netherlands. Good friend in Netherlands actually. I used to go and see whenever I passed through. But I forgot the name of the town where she's at. But, so yeah, anyway, that's happening with the channel. That's what's happening with the wintering period. Now we can't build, can't do much anything really, and we're stuck with cutting shots from old raw footage and a bit of live streaming and whatever. But time is coming. We're now on to almost the end of January. We're coming up to February is a traditionally very cold month here. Can't do much February, but I can film the off-grid stuff. I can film, because obviously if you don't know, if you're not followed, if you're catching this live stream now, then I do live partially off-grid with off-grid systems. We have electric, but the rest of it is off-grid, so off-grid septic, off-grid water, off-grid heating. So those videos will be coming shortly, along with the origin story, which is coming to a channel very near you, and hopefully in the next 2 weeks that'll be done, filmed and done. It's a hard video for me to do, because doing your origin story is laying your soul bare without wanting to lie about where you've come from, telling people, telling the channel, you know, my origins, how I got to Russia. Obviously things that are private things you don't want to mention, but don't want to conceal anything and be dishonest either. So it's a case of the house is coming along nicely. We're now at the level of the top plate. Summertime will help. I can't do anything winter. It's just too cold. When it gets to really, I mean, they're expecting -30 where we're going to be in Starossa. I can't build at -30. It's just too much for me. Everything turns horrible at that kind of temperatures, and I think basically my health would suffer if I was to try and do it. It is insane cold. It's what happens if you don't know about Starossa and Peter. St. Petersburg is cold, but it has a lot of snow, an awful lot of snow, because it's surrounded by the sea, obviously, almost, and it's also built on a swamp, so it's a very, very humid place. In summertime, St. Petersburg, it's 100% humidity, and probably in wintertime it's 100% humidity for most of the time. So a very, very humid place. But it has a lot of cloud cover as well, which keeps the temperature not too cold. keeps. If you obviously got a cloud cover, it's not too cold. Stara Russa, on the other hand, Novgorod, is very inland. It's 300 kilometers away. Doesn't have the humidity, so it's a very drier weather. But on the other hand, it has clear open skies. And if you've got clear open skies, guess what? The cold can be more a bigger negative temperature. So consequently, up there can be a lot colder, but you won't feel it as much as you would in Peter, where you've got the humidity. So plus minus. I like it there. It's very dry weather. It's much better for me. Especially if you're an older guy like me and you've got bad hips and whatever joints as you get older. You know, as you're getting old, become an old codger. Hips start to hurt, joints start to hurt, especially if you've got high humidity. So going up there for me would be a really big bonus. I really do notice it in a very short space of time. Shall I change the background photo? What we got? So yeah, that's the. How's that? Right. It's a bit difficult to get it on this because we're going vertical today rather than. Oh, here's something. So if you look on this, I'm not sure if you can see this photo. I'll get out the way of it. But that bit that stands up around where the front window is there, that wall there, is really going to be a test of my skills, my building skills, to get that exactly at the right angle of the roof. And I've thought about a few ways of doing that to get it right. That is going to be a test of my calculations to get that exactly right under the roof at the right angle on both sides and in line with the roof at the same time. So it's going to be a challenge. I think probably that'll end up being probably built as a piece without nails put into place and then adjust for the right angle and then nailed up afterwards, kind of thing. I think probably that's the way it's going to go, because it's going to be an absolute bitch to get that right in the right spot. And if it's not in the right spot, then you're going to get gaps between that and the roof beams, and if you get gaps between that and the roof beams, you're going to get cold in, and we don't want cold in. It's obviously a very high roof there. It's going to be actually close to, I think it's 5 meters. The first video I saw you explain a lot of your life and what made you move to Russia. It was really good live. Unfortunately, at the moment that the internet was bad, but yeah, outside and walking. Yeah, can't do that now. You know, it's in the cold weather. I can't do it. I will be doing it in the summer a lot more. I realised that I had noticed that there's a lack of content of live stream on the channel, and I'm now putting out a lot more shorts from those lives. And tomorrow will be a good one. Tomorrow's going to be the good one with the pile machine. It's actually 2 machines up there I'm going to fix. One is the electrics on the hammer, and the other one's the starter. So I don't know what he said about. He said something about the hammer today. About the hammer when the tracks are turning, the hammer starts beating or something. Or you click the hammer and the tracks start turning or something like that. It's some mixed up electrics. So I'm going to go out and try and figure that out tomorrow. Should be good fun. No, just saying like it was a good. Yeah, I'll try to be honest. You know, I don't try to make out something that I'm not. There's a lot of AI stuff out there these days, and a lot of nonsense, especially the what do you call the man builds house in forest out of bamboo sticks and cooks his dinner afterwards. Oh, sorry, usually it's a girl, isn't it? A girl in, you know, skimpy shorts and bra, and she makes a house out of bamboo sticks, and just happens in tropical conditions and pulls out a big lump of fresh steak out of where and cooks dinner, and it's great. You know, it's all very nice. They're great videos, but it's entertainment. It's not reality. Reality of building these places, of especially me building, it's a hard slog. You know, it is not an easy job at all. Incidentally, as along with the live stream tomorrow, if it goes ahead, I'm not promising yet, because like I say, you may ring up and say, we fixed it ourselves, and okay, fine. But also tomorrow is the final time-lapse video of the whole house. So going from piles from the cold weather piles that are put in right to the last bit of the walls going up. That's the whole master time-lapse so that could be good for people, especially new people coming into the channel. That's something I've put together. That's going to, and then after that, there is a bloopers video where I'm all my mistakes and my funny bits. I've already put one shot out from that actually, and that was my friend Valerie and me giggling like little girlies there. He's a funny guy, you know. He's a good friend of mine, like a brother really. And that video's out there as well. That's coming. And then after that, the origin story, and then after the origin story, then we're going to do some off-grid stuff. After the off-grid stuff, then we go into tool maintenance. There's a couple of bits on the tools I'm going to do, and then pack up and ready to move to Novgorod. Probably a live stream and move to Novgorod, and probably a live stream opening of the door of our hut and see what's happened over the winter, whether it's collapsed or what. It should be interesting. And then after that's done, then we go to the next video after that will be the tour, hut tour, how we live while we're up there. It's quite comfortable, it's not bad. We've got a big thick mattress up there, it's quite comfy. So after that hut, there'll be the hut tour and the small solar system I've got up there that are running the running the security cameras that I've got up there, the security system. So I'll show most of that, I won't show all of it because some things for security I don't want to show you. Don't need everybody to know what I'm doing, how I'm keeping security up there. So I will show all that, and then after that we're straight into build videos. When we get back, the first video will be on probably the stud work in the walls and that big damn window that I put in for some strange reason. So all that's going to be done. Stud work followed by probably the top plate in Awana, probably followed by the ceiling joists and all the stud work's going to go into there, followed by that wall around the big window, as you can see it, that's going to come on, and then followed by the roof and all that will be coming on. So quite a lot to do this year. It depends really on finances, what we can afford to buy and what materials and whatever. So, but I'm hoping this year we'll have the roof on. I'm pretty 99% certain we'll have the roof on, or at least all the woodwork for the roof on. But it is a big project. Now it's going from what was what was relatively easy because it's on one level to second story. It's not really second story, it's a roof space. That involves every beam has to be carted up there, pushed up there by myself, pushed to one part, then pulled from another part. So it's going to be a slow drag to get them up there. They've all got to be. Obviously, I'll do like I did the flooring. I'll do one portion to create a big floor, and then from then on, it'll be carrying on with the rest of the ceiling joists. I'll either be happy or I'll be dead. I'm not sure which it'll be. Maybe I'll drop dead off the top of the bloody roof. Who knows? But it's you know, I know there's people who say they're building and really builders are building and they're pretending, but I'm not. I'm really doing it. There's no secret camera crew or secret people they can see that. So at least if one thing, even if my filming technique is not brilliant, and it should be better this year, I hope. Even if my filming is not brilliant, at least you're getting honest content. I'm not hoodwinking anybody, and there'll be no stakes coming out of a bush with some girl in skimpy shorts. Although it'd be nice, wouldn't it, to have some girl in skimpy shorts chopping bamboo up for me? Sure, it'd be lovely. But, reality, it's an hard slog, and it gets hotter. As the summer progresses, we're right. If you followed some of the early videos, you'll see that when we designed this house, where we put it, it's right in the sun. It's facing direct south, so the sun comes on and it makes it into an absolute heat trap. And last summer I was like, oh my good God. Well, you know, there's actually quite a lot of British people in Russia, and a lot of foreigners. I'm not unique. Probably one of the only people who's solo building in Russia. That's some stubborn old git. But there is there's a big population of foreigners in Russia. From every country in the world, there's people in Russia. It really is. Advise you. My advice is come and see yourself. Take a trip. Take a holiday. Very easy to get a visa. Not so easy to travel. I get that. It's expensive now, but yeah, there's a huge community here. I mean, I don't hang around with other foreigners generally. I don't hang around with other expats. Something I've never done. But there is a huge community. There's an awful lot of people here. I mean, I think we're into the kind of thousands every year of immigrants coming in. So it's especially Americans. A lot of Americans coming in. There's just been on the news. There was a British guy who came to Russia, and he's actually a football commentator, and he's just had his British citizenship stripped off him by the British government for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Ex-policeman. So that's another one in the news. You may have seen that. Terrible thing to do to somebody. Why they do it, I don't know. I'm waiting for my letter to say I'm not got my British citizenship anymore. Get stuff, I don't want it. Couldn't care less. You know. But you know, for some people that would be a real kicker. Just because we live in a foreign country, even if you're non-political, and I'm pretty much non-political. You know. But to do that to somebody for unknown reasons, without warning even, so terrible thing. But anyway, look forward if you're in the UK to be called up into the army when you're 65, up to 65, and I'm sure the British sent one person to Greenland to defend it. I'm sure that he did a great job there. Where is it? Norway sent one. Denmark sent one, I think, and what was it? Estonia sent 13, was it, something? So it turned out to be about 16 people on Greenland that they sent, and they've all gone home again now. So obviously they weren't much of a threat to America, were they? But anyway, it's funny kind of watching it. But that's as far as I go with politics. But, okay, anyway, I'll see you all again in the next live stream. Every Wednesday is definitely a live stream. And there'll also be live stream tomorrow, hopefully, if it's out. Also, don't forget to watch the what do you call it? Time lapse video that's coming out. It'll be out tomorrow. I don't know what time it's out. I think it's 3 o'clock. It goes live. So keep an eye out for that. Get the views up on that, and we'll see you in the future. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. It's been funny, especially about the 65-year-olds joining the British Army. I mean, what kind of planet are they on? I don't know. It's just funny. That tab, I think it's tab 54. His name is, whatever it is. But, yeah, he cracked me. He said, "Imagine the sick period in the morning." But it's funny. Okay, see you in the next one. Have a great night wherever you are.